What are you doing out? Why? Who bred up all the sheep? Wait, what? No, what is this? No, all my sheep are... What happened here? I got a few fences on me. Can we get these guys back in? I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh. Well, hey everybody, and welcome on back to Sourceblock, the multiplayer SMP server where things are exploding all over the place. I think we got to get things going in right here and get our sheep all back into place. Oh my gosh, what the heck is happening here? Let me see if I can't get these guys back in here and we can start this off the right way. That took a lot longer than I care to admit to get our sheep back in there, but welcome to Sourceblock. We are up here on top of my first shop, the scaffolding shop, and we got 2 stacks for 1 diamond. We got 2 stacks left over here, but we sold 1. That's awesome. That means people are buying them. 1 diamond richer for 2 stacks of scaffolding. I think that means that we need to get a little bit of a string farm set up in today's episode. We got quite a few things going on for today's episode. I've got some good plans. I've got another shop in mind. I think it's going to be a great one. I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of it. Let's get inside before we get any more unfortunate explosions around here, though, because those are not very fun to fix. Coming inside the base after the end of last episode where we had the mishap with our broken bamboo farm that only works really slowly every once in a while because, you know, look right there, we got 2 more bamboo. That's great. It's flying through there. I set up this thing. It's not perfect. We do get a little bit of a loss in there, but it's been running since everybody's been playing inside this area. And look at that. This is absolutely awesome. We have a good chunk of bamboo being constantly produced around the area. It's just 7 long. We got some observers and all that pistony good stuff. So if any of them grow up, all of the pistons are going to fire and knock it all down here, and then we collect it all. It's pretty great. All right, it's time to make some progress on our first shop here. We got zombies all over the place, and I think it's finally time. Or I guess second shop. We got the scaffolding one. We'll figure out that string farm later in today's episode. We're going to be heading over to the desert to gather up a little bit of sand. The idea for the shop that I want to run today is called fWhip Digs. I love grinding. I love getting a bunch of resources, and as you all know, I pick pretty large projects to work on, which means we're going to need a lot of resources to build those projects. So I think it'd be a really cool idea to get a fWhip Digs shop set up. Basically, they can pay me diamonds and I will clear out an area for them and we can mine it away like crazy. We're close to being the first person on the server to get a beacon as well. There were 2 desert wells right here. What the heck? How do those spawn so close to each other? Look at this. When do you ever see this? That's crazy. If only they had something useful to them. But anyways, fWhip Digs is going to be our new shop idea that we're going forward with. And I got to just gather up some stone here. We're going to make a digger machine, like a modern digger machine, and just throw it up in the town. And it should be pretty cool. So let me gather some resources and I'll be back to y'all once we get to the building side. Totally forgot I don't have God tools here, and this shovel does not have unbreaking on it. So we almost lost that guy, but we got a few stacks of sand here. That should be good to get us going. There are some new houses popping up here in town, which is very cool. And we got a creeper. Knock him into the water. Get out of here, boy. Ooh, you didn't even get in the water. You are so dead. Unless I, break a grass block instead of hitting the creeper. But that's fine. We do need a little bit of ink today as well because we're going to be making some cool window bits going on with it. We got some ink sacks right there. I think that's probably just one of them. I think this must be Skippy 6's house. It looks like maybe. I don't know. He's going inside. It's a nice little house though. Look at that guy. I like it. He's got a good storage room up there. That's looking good. And it looks like somebody else is building up an awesome farmhouse over here. We're going on a little bit of tour of Spawn Town, guys. This is cool. Whose is this? I don't know. Ooh, I love this pathway though. Look at that. That is sweet. How do you can't even get up these last ones. Is this a haunted house? Whose base is this? I have no idea whose this is. Welcome to Mance Cottage? What is that? I got no idea here. But check this one out though. Mythical Sausage's place is up there. It's looking pretty sweet. We've worked with him a bunch and his house has been around for a little while. We even got some nice spruce trees coming here into town. This is pretty sweet. We got Beef's first shop here, building blocks. It's 1 diamond a stack, so I don't know about that. I might be buying this stuff up though for a future project. We'll see though. Oh, I thought I saw another creeper. They are everywhere around this place. Mobs are all over the place, but this one, I believe this is the one and only Slipgator. I believe this is his house. It looks like his. Ooh, we could come in here. We could get him. He's got some pressure plates. We could totally mess with him on this stuff. So we are going to be cooking the sandstone down into some amazing smooth sandstone over here so we can get those better lines in it and it looks more like a completed structure. I got distracted and started farming up some obsidian for another project. And by the way, that's the best freaking idea. Take a giant lava vein, just break it all down and get obsidian. Just water bucket at the top and slowly work your way down. We've got a half stack of obsidian and check this out. 2 diamond veins right next to each other and we got that fortune 3. Oh, it's gonna be good. Oh, there's so many diamonds. Totals of 21 diamonds. I think that is a pretty good find right there. We're down to 1 diamond, so we've got quite a few more diamonds now. That 1 diamond was the one that we earned from shopping or from our sale at the scaffolding shop, so I think that's pretty good news. I was actually down here looking for a spider spawner, and I remember that I had one. I can't remember exactly where it is, but I know I have a spider spawner, and wow, we're right back at our base right here. All right, so I believe it was right over here, and then up in this direction, there was a spider spawner. I think it's at the end of this cave. Just randomly, we found a spawner. This isn't even a poisonous spider spawner, if I remember correctly. Okay, there's a dungeon. Yep, cool. That's just a regular spider spawner. We're just going to turn this thing into an automatic farm right here. So we're coming back for this guy, but let's get up there and build our little digger thingy mabob. I'm always nervous when there is a chest in front of my house. Wait, what the heck is this? 12 diamonds, 45 iron, and a lily pad. Who did this? Was this you, Skippy? Whoever this was, thank you. Thank you very much. We can get a full set of diamond armor now. Look at that. We got 33 diamonds. Oh my god, we have so much stuff. I can't even talk right now. I really wanted this build to look like basically a trash yard or something like a garbage dump of sorts, with this thing in here that's basically just going to be picking everything up, moving it around to really kind of sell people on, I'm getting rid of your junk. I'm getting rid of the resources you don't need. I'm clearing a space for you. So this thing came out really well. This design here is not my own. I do have to admit that I'm not the best at coming out with modern designs here. So I took one that I saw online and kind of adverbed it a little bit to be more my own style and using some of my own things throughout here. But after we had this digger in place, I wanted to just add the area to bring in a bunch of dirt, bring in a bunch of gravel, and making it look like we just have a heap of mess around here. Kind of like a trash yard, garbage dump of sorts. So we're doing this, and we're going to use some old school walls throughout here of just like really crappy looking fences being just some spruce trapdoors going around the entire thing. So we just got heaps of rubble all over the place. Really trying to steal that idea of pay me to get rid of what you don't want, or pay me to remove whatever you don't want. And then kind of, I really want to sell people on that. You let me keep the resources and then we're all good. Like, that's kind of the big deal that I want to go for here. Make some diamonds in the process of clearing some things out. But the real end goal for this is giving me a lot of resources, hopefully. So this can be anything from tree clearing, forest clearing, to clearing a big hole in the ground, or whatever it might be. So be sure to tell everybody else on the server that there is yet another new shop in town. Now time for the final step to fully christen off this shop area is I think we need to add in a few things here to the front to make it really known that it's a dig shop. So we got D-I-N-G. Hopefully I spelled that right. Dig. I don't think that's too hard to misspell there. But I love this shop. It's so small. It's so quaint. I think it's perfect. I think this really sells the idea of what it's for. And you know, it says dig. And inside, I've got a book here for Welcome to fWhip Digs, your one-stop shop for any terrain or old project removal you could ever need. Need a giant hole dug out of the ground? We'll flip it away for you. Just point and it's gone, like magic. Magic that takes a few days to finish. Our diggers are specialized in clearing any old mob farms to leveling a mountain. Contact fWhip via Discord to talk about plans. We've got 2 payment options here. One is fWhip keeps the resources mined, 10 diamonds per hour of work. Or 2, you keep the resources mined, 25 diamonds per hour of work. So I think we're going to be setting up a beacon so we can get this going pretty quickly. I don't want to be overcharging people or anything like that. And then page number 4 is any deaths as a result of clearing old mob farms, or any contraptions will add additional 5 diamonds to the cost of any removal project. Happy building! I think this is going to be a good shop. I got high hopes for this one and a lot of resources to come soon to our name. I think it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. But now we got this one wrapped up, let's go deal with the string. I'm out here in the nether because I want to get a bunch of magma blocks for how we're going to be making this spider spawner farm thing. All I need out of this is string. I don't need any source of experience or anything like that out of this one. And so how I know how to kill mobs myself is by using magma blocks. You can just have the spider flow on top of the magma blocks, and then we can use like a hopper minecart or something down below the magma blocks that we can use to kill said spiders after they're down there. Ooh, soul sand, we need some of that too. But this is going to be a quick and easy way that we can get a lot of string production out of this farm without doing too much about it. Since we're not worrying about the experience, we can just let the spiders die themselves. We don't need to manually kill them at all, because then we would get experience and that doesn't matter. So we can just let them die from sitting on top of a bunch of magma blocks. And I'm getting some soul sand here as well, so I can have some to get a quick bubble elevator for us to get out of that area, because oh my gosh, I have been walking up and down that staircase way too. Why am I? Oh, the magma block. You touch the side of it, it lights on fire. Okay, well, I think we just need to get out of here. Speaking of spider farm time, let's get to it. So what we need to do to start out is basically place out 4 blocks in each direction. They can spawn in a 9x9 area around the spawner. So if you clear out 4 blocks in each side, kind of like this, and then we basically just take down all of the walls. Basically just remove the cobblestone and the mossy stone that comes with the spawner dungeon itself, and you'll be good to go. After you've dug out everything around you, I would say give yourself a bit of a headroom below the spawner just so that they don't bob up and hit it and get stuck on it. So I brought everything down an extra block, and then on one side of it, just place water along the entire thing. And then the mobs will just flow all the way here. If you're not within the area, the spiders still won't track to you. So you should be good to go. Won't have to worry too much about anything going wrong with it. And what we can do inside of this area, which we still want to clear out 3 more blocks on this side, and then this is, I think, where we're going to be bringing in those magma blocks, which should be okay. I don't know if we have enough. We actually should. I think there should be only 27 of them, and we got 35. But what we can do in here is you basically just come in with a bunch of magma blocks along this whole way, and you'll see that the spiders start dying. As they touch the magma blocks like this, as we showed inside the nether, you take damage. After digging the area down a few blocks, we can start setting up the collection. Here on the end of it, this is going to be the final collection point. We're going to do that guy, and then we can do a powered rail, and we definitely need some more rails, but we would bring it all the way out to here, turn it around like this, and then we can do another powered rail right down in this area. I should just bring these blocks of redstone out, and we can do bam, then bring him all the way around here, and then we want to basically keep looping that all the way back. I didn't want to waste my own iron, so we went back into the mines, and thankfully nobody else has mined all these up yet. So we got a lot of them that we can use throughout here. That's going to be a huge time saver and a good iron save for us. I know they're not too expensive, but something like this is kind of nice to be able to just get it from the game instead of making your own, right? Doing one final test for our little minecart here. Let's make sure that he can get going, and I had to break the tracks here a little bit, so I don't think we actually got one down on there. Let's do that guy, and that should get him back going. And he's off. Is he gonna come all the way back? Yes, he is. Perfect. So that's all we really need to do. It's gonna collect the string, deposit it down into these chests, which are right here. Just got some hoppers feeding into that chest. If they fill up, it'll feed it down into this guy right here, which is perfect. Now we can quickly lay the magma back on the top. And to show you all that it works, let's throw some cobblestone down here. We should see that collected up there. It all just disappeared, and then we should see that all down here in just a second once they eventually get it everywhere over here. He's got to get back and collect it all. He's not going to be the most efficient guy. I didn't want to set up one of those stopper things, mostly because I don't know how to do it. But this should be good enough for us to get everything we need. And what I want to do is just on these levels right here, I'm going to surround this with cobblestone just so that people on the server don't really be like, oh, I'm just going to go break into this area, and then they accidentally break into here. Maybe the cobblestone will help deter people from wanting to break into this thing and messing it up. I guess it's just going to be a big dark hole, so it doesn't really matter. I always forget you can turn diorite and cobblestone into andesite, so I did that. And now we got some polished andesite that's going to make this look a little bit cleaner around here. So if we add a ring of this stuff, that should help us out here and help deter other people from jumping in. So I'm going to get this farm finished up, and then we'll give it a little bit of a whirl. Well, we definitely got spiders spawning. They are definitely spawning in here. So that's good news, at least. Let's get these last torches on. One last thing to note, though, is while you're in here, it'll help you out a lot with the rates is actually putting that pillar in at the top. I always forget about those. So I'm glad I remembered that this time, but let's get out of here real fast. We gotta quickly get out of here before these spiders start spawning. I do like this glow that we're getting down here with the polished andesite or those things. That is very dangerous. Let me fill this in. That's not good. That's not good. Well, the spawner works. Okay, everything in there should be good to go now. I'm going to just drop this out here and let the spiders do their things. And I think I'm going to go get lunch and we'll come back and see everything we've got after this. So right now, the chest has 2 string in it and a bunch of other random things that are actually my stuff. And we will see what it's like. I'm going to give it like a half hour. I've come back to my computer to the sounds of spiders dying on the other side, so that must be good news, right? What do we got? Ooh, we got 2 1/4 stacks of string and apparently some arrows. I will take that. That is great news. Wow, that's a lot more than I thought it'd be. It's only been about 20 minutes. So I think if we leave this as like our AFK platform up here, like that's a really good spot for it. We do need to fancy this area up a little bit first, but I think what I would like to do now is restock our scaffolding shop because that thing has been empty for quite a while now. I think it's safe to say we are the only person on the server so far with 2 shops and shops that have made diamonds. I think we're doing pretty good here. Let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then cool. We do have we got an even number of them in there. So we're not going to have an extra stack in there. That should be good for a while. We'll come and check up on this one later on. Let me know if you guys hear about any sales on that, or make sure you guys tell everybody about our dig shop too. We got to get some diamonds rolling on here. I know there's some people on this server that are starting to be a little rich, so I think we need to get into that diamond market here as well. I know we got a good amount to us. We got the 33 to our name right now, but we don't have diamond gear yet, where I think I've been seeing old Skippy running around with enchanted diamond gear on him, so I think we got to do some catch-up time. Man, I love coming back into this town and seeing so many different things happening around the world. Like, there's so many people are building so many cool and unique things in here, and we got to go back underground and build something cool and unique and make our spider spawner not look like crap. So that's kind of the goal for the next one. We got another shop up here. This has been a good episode so far, so let's finish off that spider farm. Also, while we're up here, Sausage has joined the Hobbit Hole team. Check this thing out. He's got a pretty sweet storage room in here. I don't even know what you would fill all this stuff up with at this point in time, but that's pretty awesome. I guess we should probably close the door for him. You know, I have never made one of these before for like personal travel inside of a Minecraft world. These things are awesome. Just soul sand at the bottom, source blocks all the way to the top, and you just fly up here. Look how quickly we got up, and we can come around the corner. And we are right back down to the bottom of the mines. That is awesome. I've been starting to work on this area as well. By starting to work, I mean I've placed in like 8 stair blocks. But what I'm going to do now is basically come through here and smooth this area out a little bit further. I want to make it look like a spider den coming through here. So I think we're going to kick this off into yet another time-lapse mode for the day. Inside of our world, we don't have access to Silk Touch or anything like that yet. Nobody really has those enchantments, and I really don't like dealing with placing stone blocks down only to accidentally place it in the wrong spot and need more stone in the end of going to smelt things up, and I hate that cycle. So in here, we're using a lot of cobblestone and a lot of fences and just things like that to add in that extra life in here. And I wanted to add that polished andesite that we've been using to kind of signify there's redstone, there's mechanics, there's farms going along in here. I'm okay with people coming down and exploring here and using this farm themselves as well. It's just an AFK spider farm. There's not too much really in it at all. It's just a string farm. There's nothing you can really steal from here or take too much of or anything like that. So I wanted to leave this area rather open, but I thought it'd be really fun to turn this really so people can know it's a spider farm as they're walking towards it. Obviously, it looks like a player has altered this, but it just looks like a tunnel. It doesn't really look like anything at the end. So I figured right in here we could bring in a small spider den and adding in our leftover cobwebs we have from the Halloween transformation of the village. So I threw the rest of our cobwebs in here and just kind of scattered them around and made it sure it looks like a lot of spiders are living inside this area. And I think the end result is awesome. Our small area down here could use a little bit more love, but overall, I think our cave leading up into the spider farm is feeling very spidery. This whole area down here is totally mob proof, so with all the slabs and stairs and everything, nothing can spawn in there, so a dark spider cave it is. I think that's absolutely perfect. Then we come on up here and it's right into the farm with a quick way to get up into our AFK spot. I don't have blocks here to like block ourselves in or anything like that, but I think this is okay for now. I think we've done a lot in today's episode. This was a simple one. This isn't intended to be a very long-term base or anything like that. So I think we're getting the simple things set up here so we can have some good things to use throughout the world. But this is all in preparation for moving on to a future build in a new place, which we should be doing here pretty soon. I think we're going to spend next episode inside the town here, still working on a few more things around here, helping out some other people and seeing what else we can do, but it should be pretty good. I am very happy with our progress so far in the series. Let me know what you all want to be seeing moving forwards. But unfortunately, I am way out of time for today's episode, so please be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Should we do a prank in the next episode? Let me know what type of prank we should go for. I don't know who we should be looking at. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side.